Hello, my name is Hans George Campbell. Today, I thought I'd show you guys how to make Amiga OS 3.9 look more beautiful. All right. First thing you want to do is you want to go up here and you want to make sure that backdrop is checked. And that gets rid of the border around the desktop area. Next thing you want to do is you want to go to your preps, screen mode, and you want to set your screen mode for 640 by 400 interlaced, and your colors, you want to have that set to 256 colors. Now, because we can't see the buttons down here, we're going to have to use the keyboard command, which is Shift S. Okay. I usually like to reload screen mode, double check everything, and then actually click on the save button. It's just a little quirk of mine. All right. Next thing we want to do is we want to adjust the dock. First of all, where it says icon names, set that to none. Okay? It just looks better that way. And then where it says icon area, we want to set that, well, we just want to delete all of this, just for the time being. Okay, click on OK. And we want to then, okay, where it says snap to screen border, the default is none. We want to change that to bottom left. And we want to save this. It's starting to look good already, isn't it? Okay. Want to go up here and clean up by column. And we want to snapshot the window and snapshot all. We'll get rid of the frame around the hard drive icon. Okay, and then save it. And while we're at it, we'll rename that to hard drive. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, it's starting to look good already, but we're not done yet. We have a long way to go. Next thing we want to do is we want to, well, first of all, we'll clean up by column. Okay, clean up by column. Now I'm going to move this over a little bit. Well, about like that. That's good. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the frames that are around these icons. All right, looking good already. I'm going to go ahead and re-snapshot the window and re-snapshot all. All right, the next thing we want to do is we want to make our folders that we're going to use to put all of our programs in. First one is going to be demos. The next one is going to be our art folder. Actually, I'm getting ahead of myself. It's going to be programs. Next, we'll make a drawer for our animation programs. Animation. Next, we want to create a music drawer for our music programs. Okay, next we want to create a games drawer for Amiga games. Okay. Alrighty. Let's clean up by column. And we'll have this go over a little bit more, down a little bit more. Yeah, it's starting to look pretty good already, actually. We got to create one more drawer. And that is going to be for the games that require the AGA chipset. So we'll call it AGA Games. Because remember, we're creating this compact flash card for use on an Amiga 1200 computer or an Amiga 4000. Okay. Looking good. I'm loving it. Okay. Looking great. Okay, we'll save that, or clean up by column, and then we're going to save that, or snapshot it. Snapshot window, and snapshot all. Then we're going to close that because we also have to snapshot this icon. So snapshot window and snapshot all. All right, for the next part, we want to hit the F12 key, and we want to quit. Before we can do the next part, you want to make sure that you first have the Amiga program Disk Master 2, its folder, and its icon in the root directory of your C drive. Yes, you heard me right. Make sure that you have the Amiga program Disk Master 2 folder and its icon in the root directory of your C drive. Another thing you want to do is you want to create like a temporary folder, like right here. I called mine Amiga Stuff for CF card. And you want to have the backdrop that you're going to be using. Now, I've already used an art program to convert this to 640 by 400, 256 colors, and that's exactly how it's going to look on the Amiga 1200 screen. And I saved it as an IFF. Okay. You also want to have patterns that you can use for your window, like the backgrounds of your windows and the dock and stuff like that. You'll see what I mean in a moment. But yeah, make sure you have all that stuff, already set up on your PC, just like that. Okay. Now we're going to relaunch WinUAE, the Amiga emulator. Okay. Under CD and hard drives, you want to load up your compact flash card as your hard drive. And also make sure that you have Add PC Drives at Startup checked. Okay. All right, the next part, well, this final part here, this is the fun part, actually. This is the fun part. This is where you'll actually start making Amiga OS 3.9 more beautiful. Okay? All righty. Now I have my two hard drives, well, my main hard drive partitioned into two partitions. Drive C is I named it System, and drive D I named it Work. So don't get too confused like that. Okay, these are my two PC hard drives. Okay. All right, there's Disk Master 2. Okay. The first thing you want to do, okay, DH0:, and we'll make sure we're in the Programs drawer. Okay, DH0: Programs. And then over here, we want to make sure that we're on our hard drive that has Disk Master 2. Okay, the first thing you want to do, Disk Master 2 is the most important program that you will have on your Amiga 1200. It is so important that it is the very first program you'll copy over to your hard drive after installing Amiga OS 3.9. It's that important, and you'll see why in a moment. Okay, you also want to make sure you copy over the icon. Okay, so there's Disk Master 2. We have that program copied over. Now, while we're here, we might also copy over some stuff that we're going to use. So we'll go over here to Preps. Okay, we'll go into Presets. And, okay, the backdrops, we will add, okay, we want to go into Amiga Stuff for CF card. Well, you name it whatever you want, but yeah, I'm going to copy this over. Okay, so that's now copied over. And then in the Patterns drawer, we want to copy over the patterns that we're going to be using. And in this case, if I remember correctly, I'm going to copy all the grays over. Okay. Actually, and all the reds over. Okay, like that. And just go ahead and copy those over like that. Okay. So now that we have that done, we can just exit from Disk Master. We no longer need it. Once again, we're going to hit our F12 key, and we're going to quit because we no longer need our PC drives. Relaunch the Amiga emulator. Okay. Okay. It's just that easy, boys and girls. Just that easy. Okay. First thing I want to do, I don't use the trash can, so I want to delete that. So we're going to once again load up Disk Master. That will be in our Programs drawer. Okay. Load up Disk Master. And we are going to delete that drawer. I usually read from left to right, so I like to have my hard drive over here on the right-hand side. DH0: All right, and then over here, I usually like to have my RAM disk. Okay. So now, okay, the trash can program, it's located in Workbench Startup. It's one of the programs that launches when you load up Workbench. So what I want to do to get rid of it, I want to delete these two files here. Just delete them. And now that trash can, the bench trash, will no longer load up. So we're done with that. Alrighty. Okay. Alrighty. Now what we're going to do is we're going to change this background picture here. So the way you do that, actually, you go to Preps, okay, and you load up Workbench Pattern. Okay? Workbench picture. We're going to change that picture. Okay? We want to set the dither quality to best and the color quality also to best. Let's go ahead and test it. Looking good. Now we save it. Okay. We also want to have some kind of a background around our icons. So we make sure we have the Windows part loaded up. And we're not going to use a pattern. We're going to use a picture. Okay. And then select your picture. That'll be in the presets. Parent. Okay, under patterns. Oh, God. I forgot you don't double click. Don't double click when you're in this part, right? I have to remember that. And I think it's going to be gray 86 if I remember correctly. Gray 86. Make sure that the dither quality and the color quality are both set to best. Test just to make sure. Yep, that's the one we want. And save it. As you can see, Amiga OS 3.9 is starting to look much better. Much better. All right, now we're going to make this dock down here look nicer. So we're going to edit that. Okay, we're going to delete some of these tools that I don't use, because you can always go into the folder if you want to launch them. So remove that one. I don't use amplifier from there. I mean, I don't use it that much, so remove that. Multiview doesn't need to be there, so remove that. And also play CD, remove that. I'll keep edit pad, shell. I don't really need art, but I'll keep it there. Actually, I don't need unart because you can unart files from within Disk Master. So I'll remove that. Okay. Okay, so what we want to do now is the icon area. Well, actually, the drag bar, we'll change that first. Okay, so it's going to be patterns. Oh, don't double click on it, just single click. And I think it's red 91 if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Yeah, I think that's it. Let me try the other one. I'm not absolutely sure. Let me try red 015. No. It's definitely the other one. Definitely red 091. Okay, and then for the icon, the picture around the icons, icon area, we'll choose the same texture or same, well, yeah, texture. Where the hell am I at? Preps, presets. Same pattern. So that would be gray 086. And then save. Yeah, that's starting to look really good. Okay. Next thing we want to do, go to our programs. Okay. And, okay, go back to AmiDoc. Edit. Now I'm going to show you how to add a program to AmiDoc. Go here. And we're going to drag and drop that program right there. Just that easy, boys and girls. You can sort through this. You can put these in any way you want on the dock. So we want that first. Okay. Then we save it. And there you go. So from now on, every time, anytime I need to load up Disk Master, I just click on the icon down here and it loads up. Just that easy, boys and girls. Just that easy. All right. So when I come back, I'm going to show you how to get rid of the frame from the RAM disk and how to keep it that way. So I will be back shortly. All right, let's get rid of this pesky frame around this RAM disk, shall we? So you click on it like you do any normal icon, right? Information. And frameless. Save it, right? Okay, we want to save that window or snapshot the window. Okay. Okay, clean up by column and snapshot window and snapshot all. Now, if you want the icon to come up like that, every time you boot up Amiga OS 3.9, this is what you need to do. You need to load up Disk Master. Yes, there's that program again. I told you, Disk Master is the most important program that you'll be using. All right. So the first thing we need to do, because I read from left to right, so we'll do DH 0 colon. Okay, we go over here. We want our RAM disk, right? Just like that. Then we go over here to your prefs. But this time we want to go to env archive and sys. Excuse me. And we want to scroll all the way down. And where it says def underline ram.info, right there, we want to delete that. That's the default RAM disk icon. We want to delete that. Okay? And we want to copy over disk info from the RAM disk. And then we want to go over here where it says disk info, right? And we want to rename that to DEF, okay, underline RAM period info. DEF underline RAM period info, and click on OK. And now you have a new default RAM disk icon. And that's all you have to do. It's just that easy, boys and girls. So now, every time you boot up Amiga OS 3.9, the RAM disk will show up like that. And it's just that easy, boys and girls. Just that easy. That's it for this video. In the next part, I'm going to show you how to copy over programs to the compact flash card. So stay tuned for that exciting episode. Anyway, my name is Hans George Campbell, and until next time.